Hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today is another installment of my project for the Crafted Christmas in July 2023. I'm working on a Advent calendar, and from what I've heard, there is another lady doing an Advent calendar journal. So you might want to go check her out, Dorothy Kielty. She's one of the 14 of us collaborators, and go check out all of them. They all have a different take on what to make for this Christmas holiday, and it's always interesting to see the differences. The Crafted Christmas in July. This is the third season. It's hosted by Lisa Fisher and Terry Lee at Sweet Pea Papers. And if you go over to Sweet Pea Papers and look at the July 1st video, you'll see all the information about a giveaway. And then Lisa is having a sale on her Etsy shop. It's Lisa's Paper, Lace, and Bling. Buy $15 of lace and get a yard free. And she has some beautiful lace. As you'll see, I've been using a good bit of it in my book. Well, we're doing a sneaky peek, and of the sneaky peek, I don't have a good bookmark, so I used this scrap of paper. Anyhow, this was my idea. It's an Ohio star, and it's got like these little wedges that pull out, and you're able to write on the back an inspirational word, something like that. And I love quilting, or well, I used to love to do quilts a lot, pieced quilts. So that is my idea for today, but I was going to give you another one. Here's another one. This is a file folder tops, and I just took and covered them with paper, and then I inked them, and then I did some stamping on here, and you can see a couple of little, that's a crazy collaged tag that I made, but it shows you can go down into each one, and each one's a little deeper than the last. It just keeps going. And so it's just something I did with leftover pieces of the tops of files. And you can do a really, really big one at the back, like I did here. And it's just kind of really fun. Over here you can see I was already journaling and did some die cuts, and there's my number for the day. So, there we go. There's our sneaky peek. And I had a question. I'm doing Christmas in July right now, so that I thought that would be the time to do Christmas sneaky peeks. But what do you say? Would you rather see regular journal sneaky peeks or Christmas in July sneaky peeks? Let me know. All right. So our little journal is coming along. I'm on the last section, which is love, and the reason, or the defining part of love is it can be uplifting, life-changing, and sometimes even devastating. This is our fourth event of the Advent holiday. And let me see. Okay, here's the start of our love area. And I decided I wanted this little lace right here on the top of the dinner page. I thought it looked really well up there. It kind of reminds me of a curtain. And they're going into a really special dinner, and I really thought that worked out. I might have to pull the little bit off the top here. I really want to thank you for coming to visit me today. It feels like it's going to be a hot one here today, so I'm kind of wilting, so I hope you excuse me a little bit if I feel or sound wimpy. I've already turned the air up, so come on, bring it on, baby. Give me some air. Oh, yeah, I don't know what happened for the 4th of July. My mom, she wanted me to get her a newspaper, but I don't think they even put out newspapers anymore, do they? We don't have them at Walmart, not even the Sunday paper, because they used to do that. And I don't even think the convenience stores carry them, so Is everything online now? Does anybody know? That's it. I told her she might have to sign up on her phone and just look at it that way. Okay, so the first part of our love is this, and I put some pretty little lace down here at the bottom. Of course, I'm using Kyung's kit, A Vintage Christmas Day, and isn't it gorgeous? It's just gorgeous. All of this on this page is her. All of it. Well, it's a little red, but I just needed a red border. So this little holly was left over. The dot, I was explaining in the last video, went so well with this scene. This over here, I wanted that little splash of red to bring out the Merry Christmas, and the little kids are decorating the tree here. So then when you flip it, you have this big spread. Now this is one page altogether. So what I wanted to do was decorate this one up. I had a few little things I had picked out to put over here. Let me pull this way for now. Yeah, that'll work. I'll cut that little piece off in a little bit. Yeah, but the mother is here with her children. They're decorating the tree. I added a little die cut. It wasn't exactly a star. It was the middle of the snowflake. And I had used a couple of these further back. But I noticed there wasn't a star on the tree. And none of the little kids are holding a star. So I decided to put one on there. And this here is a beautiful little angel image that was part of Kyung's ephemeras. And I'm doing another framing with the pretty deep red. I just love that. Now, the angel, I know she's an angel. She has wings, but she doesn't have a halo that I can see. So this little stamp that was in Kyung's kit, I thought I would cut around the outside of that and make that my halo for her. And I'm going to have it sticking out just a little bit from the two layers that I'm gluing together. Let me get around a few of the holly, so I got a little bit of dimension there for her. All right. Now, let me see about getting that right in behind her head just right. I played with this yesterday. I was thinking of using some of the lace and some of this and some of that. Nothing was working. And then I remembered this pretty little wreath image that she has going throughout her kit. And I think it works perfect. So we're just going to glue this up and put it down. Yep, I'm on the last section. So once I get this done today, we will be doing a decorating the cover. And then we'll be doing the tags. So I still got, and then the flip through. Yeah, I glued the back of that, but I didn't really need to. So you can kind of see how that turned out. I kind of like that. Then I have Rejoice, and that's what I always think of with angels rejoicing. I think it's part of a song somewhere. We used to go to a little church right behind us, just down this dirt road we live on. Zeta Chapel. But we always had a really great little Christmas there. We went there when we were children, and it was a lot of older people that went there. There was a few of us children, so there was Sunday school classes, and we had a really cute little Christmas. We had a play that we would put on, you know, where you'd say your sentences and words and certain one. I think it was the nativity scene, you know, the one they always do mostly. But I remember there was always somebody that would donate like it was sort of like a little bag, I guess, to us children. That was our present. And in the little bag you had an apple, 2 apples red delicious, yellow delicious. You had an orange. Then you had this candy, and you know, that was always my favorite. So we had this candy that some lady made, and it was coconut candy. You know, I'm not that big of a fan of coconut, but it was really, really good. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go around the outside edge and glue this down. Then that will hold the rest of it. Yeah, so we had, what was it? It was dipped in white chocolate and pink chocolate. So it had a color to it. And I think it was only coconut on the inside. It was just a very simple recipe, I'm sure. I've been trying to find it. You know, I've been making my recipe book, and I've been trying to find that recipe to put in there because I was always trying to put my nostalgic or family recipes and such. It's a good thing to do, especially if you have children, grandchildren. I've been doing it for a while. And what I'll do is I'll just get the recipe and what holiday they usually use that recipe on. And I wrote who it was from, when they used it, how often they used it, and who they got it from. So that was the interesting part, because it could have been from their mother, their grandmother, their aunt. You know, you just didn't know. And that was, I thought, a well-rounded part to know where your recipe actually originated from. So there's an idea for you. Doesn't have to be a big book. It could be something you add to each year. Oh, that turns out really pretty. I love this netting from Lisa. That's so pretty. I've seen so many people using it too. Everybody is loving that netting. I have to go in here and try to cut that out. It's not so easy with my scissors doing a circle. I think I made it. There we go. Good enough. Good enough. All right. So let me cap that. And, oh, I needed to do this. Sorry. And it's better for me to do it with this fabric tack. All right. So let me smear a little bit back here. And then this page spread will be done. All right. And I wanted her right underneath here. Actually, I'll go right down here near the bottom to kind of help cover my glue. I'll do a strategic lay down there. All right. I'm going to get in here real quick before I forget it and trim off this piece here. There we go. And I'm going to keep this little piece. I've got altered paper clip, like a little, I guess you'd call it a shabby chic one, that I'm going to be trying to make up. And those little pieces will come in handy. Now that has a little bit of a stickiness to it. Okay, I reached around the corner and got this little bag that I had used the other day. But these are great. Don't ever throw them away. You can always use the clear to do windows and things with. And it's also great for like this, where you're needing to flip your page and you don't want it to stick to each other, because it was sticking over here just a little bit. Now, I'm not going to do anything else to this page. I wanted the focus to solely be on the middle section with all the little kids and the mother. I really love that. Okay, so this part here, I want to show you. I messed up. I put it on this envelope, which I thought was going to be the last one, and it ends up that it was supposed to be here. Now, the way I've got it, Santa's coming next, and then the back page is Merry Christmas, so it can't be Santa and then this. I don't think it would work, because this is Christmas Eve traditions. Let me see. Here's the part with Santa. What do you think? I guess because he's coming Christmas Eve, and this has got the 25th on it, so maybe I'll just go with that. I don't know, because it would be like this, and it says Merry Christmas on this one, but like I said, I've got Christmas Eve on that one. And I would rather he faced the tree. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix it. And the way I was gonna fix it, I'm gonna actually just cut this off. I'm gonna just do that little tiny edge cut all the way around it, just so I basically have a panel. Let me just cut it on top of here. I like to go to the side to get but you can't see what I'm doing, and that irritates me to no end when I cannot see what somebody's actually doing. You hear them cutting, you hear them gluing, but you can't see them. And I mean, that's the most fun part of watching somebody craft, to see what they do, right? Who else is with me? Oh, yeah, that's just the way I feel, I guess. Now, on Christmas Eve, I usually will have a little get-together here for my parents to come over, and we have a meal, and lately we have exchanged our presents. It used to be that we didn't, but it's too much. We go to my husband's parents on Christmas Day. I can't get out of it. It's like I gotta go every year. So my parents, we usually would have to do after that trip, and we have to go an hour and a little bit out of the way to get up there. So yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm gluing this down. Is it too big? I think it should be just right if it's the same envelope. But I think I might trim a little bit of the edge off. A little bit more. Okay, I got in there and trimmed that a little bit more. Do you see the star on this tree? This is the one that's got those candles on it that I love. I love those lit candles from the Victorian time. Well, this is also the same snowflake. And where I'd cut the middle out for the previous tree, what was left was this one that has like the Star of David. I thought, wow, that's kind of neat. Let me do that one too. So anyhow, let me get in here and glue this now and get this down. It'll just be extra strong now since it's got 2 layers of envelope, which doesn't hurt anything at all. But yeah, back to my Christmas Eve. Yeah, Mom and Dad and my brothers sometimes come over. I don't know. My sister, don't even think about it. But yeah, I'll fix. Sometimes I used to do finger foods, and then I got into doing maybe like salmon, baked salmon, and have a couple of side dishes and a dessert, that kind of thing. So that's what we do. I mean, they're in their older years, Dad, he's close to 90. Mom, she's about 83. But Mom, shoot, she gets out there and works in her garden, and she runs circles around me. I'm telling you, that woman, she can go, go, go. And she said that's what's happened. Her grandmother, told her never to stop moving or something like that. I should have inked this envelope once I got it on here, but I didn't think to do it. So let's see if we can ink it up a little bit. You don't really need it as much on the inside, but down here. I think I'm inking where I don't want to. Okay. It's not going to hurt nothing to have it bleed over. But this edge was coming up, so let me fix that. Always maintenance. Alright, so we have this page done. Well, we have to do our hole here, which let me get that lined up. Where's my pencil? We're going to cut us a little hole, and we'll be done. I don't want to cut that little girl's face, so I'm going to have a shallow cut here. There we go. Oh, and I still need to cut it open. I did that the other day, didn't I? I forgot to cut it open. And I know y'all were laughing at me. Yeah, I've been trying to keep up with what everybody is going to do. And the collaborators for the challenge, or collaboration. It's not a challenge really, but one is going to do like altered playing cards. She's going to decorate those up. I thought that was a different thing. That's Stacy. Then we have one lady. She's already got her journal kind of put together because she was kind of a last minute, I think, add on. So she didn't get the goodie bag. So she still has the goodie bag to do a flip through of. That should get to her later this week. I've got some kind of weirdness going on here I'm trying to fix. Alright. I guess that envelope was a little off on this corner. Alright, so let me trim that. And hopefully that fixes that issue. Because I don't want my card to have a hard time getting in and out. Okay, so that part's done. Now we're to decorate the next envelope. Which is this one. Got it already inked up in green because I knew I was going to have green on both sides here. And we're going to put our pretty, it's Merry Christmas, but I'm going sideways. Now this is from my paper pad. Let me show that to you. It's from Hobby Lobby. I got it on clearance for $3.49. Hey, I'm into a good deal. But it's Old World Winter. And I've been using quite a bit of these, mostly like a background or a frame. I've used quite a few of these. That one, that one, that one. This is the one I'm using now. I used that one, the bells. I think I used the green. And they came in handy because the colors match Kyung's kit really, really well. And so, let me go ahead and get this glued down. We will be on our way. Whee. I'm trying to get all of my collaboration videos up and done because I got to get on to helping my buddy Zach. Gosh, that doesn't even show the edge at all, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. But yeah, we need to start working on our cemetery book. All right, I think I'm going to leave that down and hope for the best. Once you get this art glitter glue down, you're going to have to tear it all the way up if you don't like where it's at. All right, so we're just going to do it like this. I think that's the only part I got to trim off. And let me rework the sides. Yeah, we got to get working on our book because We promised our readers that we'd have our next cemetery book out by the end of summer. We got to keep our promises. Now, I really wanted him to pop. Now, see, I put him on here, and I cut him down to a portion that I can see Merry Christmas on each side of him. But I wanted him to pop a little more and it to look richer. So I got this foil piece, and I'm going to glue him where he's just got that little bit of foil showing all around the outside. So let me get that glued down. Okay, I've got that down, and I didn't like this bare spot right here, so I've got this little Santa stamp from Kyung's kit. Isn't he cute? So it gives you two different Santa images. I think this one here is an old world Santa, and this one's more up to date. He looks more up to date. He's retro Santa. Retro and his grandpa. This one looks like Father Time. Okay, so let me get this one into the book. This is going to be a tight squeeze because I didn't realize it, but as I've been going along here, it's been getting harder and harder to get these in here. And it's just because it's building up. But see, this is what I got to do. I got to get in there and kind of tease it in. And then I have to, there we go. Okay, now it's in there. Now I've got to tease it forward without doing anything bad to the string. See, it's wanting to bend. I guess 12 is about the limit that this kind of a situation could hold. But if you was to put your strings further apart, which I didn't, that would make a whole big difference. Now let me get it the rest of the way in here. I don't want you to see me have to struggle. Okay, I got it in there. I had a little bit of a rip area here, but that's okay because that's going to be glued over. Now, what I usually do is right here on this little part of the envelope that's not going to hurt my card going in, I put a little bit of glue, and then I'll let that peel off. Make sure I'm snug on that string, and then I'm putting it this way for the back, so it'll lie nice and flat. There we go. I love that teal. That just that makes him pop. Okay, so now our last page is this, and I'm curious as to if I might want to change it, because I just used this pretty netting. I just used it back here. So I may skip that. Because I've got the beautiful Poinsettia fabric from Kyung, plus this is her little smaller image. And I'm going to put it there. I'm going to use the red foil to pop it out and put her on there like that. And then if I was to use this, it really pulls your eye away from the poinsettias on the background. But it works well with the tulle, or whatever that's called. So, let's think about it while we glue this part down, because this definitely goes down as the base. I've been trying to keep up with everybody's videos and see what all they've got going. And it's always interesting to see what everybody else is doing. Kyung, I'm waiting to see what she's doing. Oh, that's right. She told us she was doing, it's a 4-part journal. This is going to be a big journal she's doing, so it ought to be an interesting watch. And she's using all 4 of the kits that were given to us to use. We were able to choose which kit we wanted to use. We had we could use all of them, one of them, none of them. So it was left up to us, which was nice, you know. It's whatever spoke to us. So she decided to use them all. She is into it. I can't wait to see what she does. She does such beautiful work. All right, I think we're going to use the little Merry Christmas Santa here. I cut him out already. I don't have much of anything else over here. I've got this little old-fashioned looking stamp. I'm loving these stamps she had on here. So I've been using them when I can. Isn't it pretty? It's got the reindeer. It's like he's coming into town. So I thought that would be pretty. Okay, now I can go ahead and put this on the foil. And I've used at least half of her words that she had on the one sheet in her kit. I only had like, is it 24 pages? I think whoops, I almost went wrong. The Advent goes from December 3rd this year to December 23rd? No, December 24th. It goes up to Christmas Eve. All right, so that means that is 21 days. And I have 24 pages, so I've got a couple pages extra. Well, this one, which is the 25th day, I don't think would be counted. And the front one's kind of like an intro. All right, so we have that. Now, do we want to go this way with that? I can sort of still see the poinsettias. I like this batch right down here. I'm trying to see if there's a way I can position that. And if I put that up high, that's not bad. It's just, I don't know, it's just, oh. This is the worst part of watching somebody. I'm leaving it off. I'm gonna leave it off. I'm trying to thin it down anyhow because I have got so much thickness to this. I'm gonna have to use some kind of a closure to make it shut, which more than likely it'll be my hitch ball fastener that I love. That's Tim Holtz. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and put this on here, up at the top, like that. Lets me see most of those beautiful poinsettias. It almost looks like it's an extension. I've got to do more of those. Like it's stamped and continues on another piece of paper. I've done that before, and I really loved the way it turned out. Now this here, should I just do Santa? Should I do the reindeer? Maybe the reindeer could go there and Santa could go there. I kind of like that. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. Sometimes your first thought is the best one. then you might overthink, and that's always bad. That is always bad. All right, so we have to cut our hole, cut our end off, and we will be done. Now, I tried to find that picture I think I had told you about with my grocery set, and I think the book is behind me, and I got to dig it out. So I wasn't able to do that for this video. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think if I have any other Christmassy photos to show you. Okay, this little baby is full. I can't get anything else in it. So we have our Santa page done. This is Christmas Eve. Santa's coming. And then Merry Christmas Day. And as you can see, it is filled to the max. I can't get any more in it. And there's my strings. I might go down through them with some wide washi and go over the whole thing. And then I'm going to be using this for my cover. I really love this velvet that Lisa sent me. And I found this card. It was an old card from Christmas a couple ages ago. Maybe last year. Maybe that was it. But I think it goes really well. So this will go over the top. We'll have this here. I found a couple of pages of Kyung's kit that I think really work well for the inside cover. So all of that is going to be done for our next, one of our next videos. Let me show you a picture of my sister and mom at Christmas. Here we go. That is probably 1963, 62 or 63. Yeah, it's probably 62. She was born in February. So that's probably her at Christmas. She's got her big old candy cane full of candy. And that crazy tinsel tree is behind us. I think the only decorations they knew was tinsel, those glass balls that when it hit the floor, it shattered, and a few little odds and ends. Looks like she's got a big teddy bear back there on the left, a wagon, and all kinds of other presents under the tree. This is before I come along. I didn't come along for another year. Oh, she's even, look at her apron. It's Santa. I didn't know that. Look at that. How cool. Well, I really thank you for coming to visit, all my subscribers, watchers, and viewers, and I hope everybody has a great, great day. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.